The holidays are here, so it's time to cheer. These are my top 5 Christmas movie or special guilty pleasures. As long as it's about Christmas, it's going to be on the list. So expect some live action stuff and animation stuff mixed in. But enough talking, let's get to the countdown. The 90s were way kinder to Tim Allen. He was a comedian, he had a hit show on ABC that gathered praise from critics and audiences. So, it was natural for Hollywood to try to milk whatever he has by bringing him to the big screen. And what company to take that chance with him than Disney? In 1994, Tim Allen starred in The Santa Claus, the story of what would happen if a divorced dad commits involuntary manslaughter on Papa Christmas, and by putting on a suit, he is cursed into becoming the man he killed. It's not a Christmas movie without murder, that's a fact.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Now, while this film is okay, and it's actually able to be successful with box office and critics, it's the sequel that I want to talk about, as I feel this is the most memorable of the series. The Santa Claus 2 talks about Scott, aka Santa, having to find a Mrs. Claus, or else he would Santify and stop becoming Santa. So it's a race against the clock trying to find a woman to love this face. But in the meantime, the elves can't know he's gone, so they make a toy version of him to take his place, but over time he becomes a dictator, hell-bent on giving coal to every child in the world. One of the big praises I can give this film is it feels a lot bigger than the previous film, and I feel it's a deserving sequel for the previous movie. And if I'm being honest, I remember seeing this movie a lot more than Santa Claus 1, and way more than Santa Claus 3. And I remember seeing it so much, I think I will burn out the copy I had on VHS, playing it over and over again. But seriously, who here remembers watching this than any of the other films in the Santa Claus series? Put in the comments below if you did. Toy Santa has to be one of my favorite parts of the film. Seriously, Tim Allen makes this character work so well and being both funny and being both unnerving at the same time.
Come on! Put a smile on that face, little troll!
Hey, wait a minute. I got a little joke, just to cheer you up. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Aren't you?
Aren't you who?
Aren't you supposed to get back to work? All of you little idiots, back to work!
But even though this film does have some dumb moments in it, I still have fun watching it every year when I get the chance. So yeah, Santa Claus 2, a worthy sequel and a guilty pleasure in all the right ways. Grandma Got Run Over by Reindeer. Another classic I remember watching every year even to this day, Grandma Got Run Over by Reindeer is a special based on the song that plays every Christmas time, and it tells the story of a boy witnessing St. Nick perform a hit and run on his frail grandmother who goes missing in the process. They even like to call the B-movie scenario, which I feel this film inspires, where the problem climaxes with a court battle with the threat of Santa being put in jail because of his actions, thus leading to the cancellation of Christmas. So, it's up to our hero boy when Santa's top elf to locate Grandma and save Christmas. The overall special is, for lack of a better term, strange when it comes to the decision it makes. From the onion to eat team up between Jake and Quincy, to the dancing with Cousin Mel and I Am Slime, to Grandpa's number, this special is full of crazy moments. But it's these crazy moments that draw your attention, and sure, it's awkward, but it's like fun awkward. And I feel that these strange moments give the film the legs it needs to catch your attention and make you sit through it and enjoy it and have fun in the process. A quick side note I want to bring in all this is the existence of Santa Claus that's actually confirmed in their world, and they don't treat it like a big deal. Why? This is Santa fucking Claus we're talking about. There's been more questions asked about this. Like, are there other holiday mascots that exist? Like, is there an Easter Bunny, a Tooth Fairy, a monster under the bed? You could have explored so much more with this idea, and you didn't. But overall, the movie is just cheesy in all the right ways, from the writing to the actions of the characters. If you look for it online, you can see it, but for the real experience, try catching it on Cartoon Network, where I first saw this. They should still have the rights to the special, so check it out and experience the awkwardness close hand. Home Alone 3. Yeah, I know people have mixed feelings about the film given us have Macaulay Culkin in it, but hear me out when I say that the movies that come after Home Alone 2 can work if you look at the series as an anthology at this point. It can take place in the same world where the other two films happened, but it can talk about different kids getting their own situations, being home alone, and criminals getting involved. So there's that to look at from this perspective. And the films have to be good too. And yeah, while Home Alone 3, while it doesn't compare to the brilliance of the first two films, it holds its own as a pretty entertaining film. Movies just don't have to be these big spectacles to win over critics. As long as it leaves a positive experience for the audience, you have a memorable product. And I feel Home Alone 3 is that product. This film, along with 4 and 5, still follow the formula of Kid X encountering obstacle Y, leading to them being home alone on the holidays, with criminals not far behind. But the movies can still act like its own adventure set in the time of the holidays. I feel that if enough changes are made, these films, while they do have similarities, can make their own identities and be their own thing. And I honestly feel Home Alone 3 accomplishes this aspect. And yeah, while some people can go on tangents about how awful this movie can be, I can call it dumb fun. I feel that Alex D. Links, who plays Alex in the film, holds his own replacing Koken, and is honestly not bad of an actor in this. But overall, you still get the slapstick that can border to attempted murder, and can still bring joy to anyone who watches it. And of all the films that come after Koken with the series, I feel this is not as bad. Sure, some people might have issues with it, but at the same time, there's people who can find joy with it, including me, and that's why it's on the list. Neo Yokio Pink Christmas. Yeah, I know I'm kind of cheating a little given how this came out recently, but I can already see this as a classic. If you don't know about Neo Yokio, it's what happens to you James Smith, a TV show, and it's way more emo sounding than anything he's ever said. But seriously, this series falls in the category of so batshit it's amazing. So with all this, if you get a show like this, a Christmas special, you get the product that you deserve. And honestly, I had fun watching it. The story goes to that protagonist is sick, so he has to have the story told him trope. Yes, it's a real thing. Kaz is sick, and his British-sounding robotic butler assassin sidekick, Charles, decides to tell him a story to try to make him feel better. What follows is the story of Kaz trying to handle visiting family, trying to find the right Secret Santa gift, and trying to stop demonic Christmas decorations from attacking the city. To anyone who knows the show, this is a pretty average day in Neo Yokio. And yeah, if you already are numb to what this show can do, it can be an easy sit-through, but if you haven't seen it, you'll be confused every step of the way. A positive thing I can say about this special is that it gives you what you need. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it feels like a bigger adventure compared to the first season. And if you get sucked into the story, you honestly forget you're being told a story from a robotic butler. Seriously, at the end of the special, I thought everything that transpired happened until it comes back to them telling the story. So, you get pretty invested in it, and you have fun listening in the process. But in the end, this special was able to accomplish what it was able to do and be an entertaining hour, with twists and turns along the way. If you haven't seen Neo Yokio or not a fan of it, you'll be lost in what's happening. If you're fans of the show, this is a perfectly serviceable special that make you want to eat a Toblerone after watching it. Honorable mentions. Anything you want. This is still the new series. I'm planning on doing this every year around this time, so whatever you think should be on the list, put in the comments below, and I'll put it in the next one. Grumpy Cat's worst Christmas ever. I think it goes without saying that internet personalities work best when they stay on the internet. Grumpy Cat's worst Christmas ever tries to make a meme of a cat who looks grumpy into an hour-and-a-half long movie about stopping a robbery at a mall. Oh, and let's not forget there's a human character that can understand everything Grumpy is saying through mind powers. Yep, it's one of those films where the others think the character is crazy for talking to a cat. But with that being said, this movie isn't the worst movie ever. In fact, it kinda knows it's not supposed to be that good, given how there are points in the film where Grumpy Cat breaks the fourth wall and explains how this scene sucks, or how this was really supposed to happen, or how you should be watching another movie. Which I feel adds to the charm of this film. Also, I should add that these actors aren't really terrible in this. They give a performance that you'd expect a Lifetime movie to give, which makes sense because this movie did air on Lifetime. So, it's something so cheesy that it's easy to enjoy for how cheesy it really is. But in the end, this film is not too bad and it does the trick keeping you busy for 90 minutes. The only praise I can give this film that's genuine is Aubrey Plaza as Grumpy Cat. She owns that role, makes it a fun time to sit through, and I honestly don't know why she doesn't get more praise for this. So yeah, worst Christmas ever, not the worst thing ever, and for this list, it's the best guilty pleasure of the holiday season. If you can find the DVD, give the movie a watch, and turn that grumpy frown upside down.